Okay. So I'd like to talk a little bit about feeling safe as a route towards being able to surrender. Because the rational mind will never surrender unless it trusts that this is a valuable process for it. And since we feel ourselves to be separate beings in a harsh world, usually what seems most valuable is that which keeps our separate sense of self, which is expressed through our rational thinking mind, intact. My own little self usually wants to feel my own, by little self, I mean that separate sense of self, wants to feel appreciated and even admired in order to feel safe. So this is not the same for everybody. We each have our own unique needs in order to feel safe. But this does make a difference to me. If someone tells me that my food is delicious, how much they valued my labor support, how good I look, how strong and mindful I am, how good I am at connecting to my soul self even, I have a momentary feeling of being safe. Just for a moment, I sort of, just this glimpse of, okay, just for this moment, I'm actually kind of safe. And my rational mind is the watchdog that kind of judges, defends, hounds others in order to keep me safe. So the question then to ask is, what does your rational mind need in order to feel safe? And it's different for everybody. And then in terms of the sense of appreciation, there's an exercise that I think is worthwhile trying. It's valuable to many people, but maybe not all people, because we really don't have enough appreciation or kindness in our world. And apparently we need, in order to feel kind of neutral about ourselves, we need 5 times as many appreciations as we need criticisms. That's because a criticism kind of stimulates a kind of an adrenal response, a cortisol response that locks that feeling into our experience more solidly than something like appreciation does, which is more of a kind of a thing that flows through and so on. And the reason that the adrenal response locks it in is that we need to take places where we feel in danger more seriously in order to actually survive in this life. So I'd like to do this exercise in appreciation. And what it requires is that you find a partner and spend 3 minutes each speaking to one another. So one person listens for 3 minutes, the other person speaks. And then you exchange roles, and the first person who was listening speaks, and the other person listens. First of all, if you're listening really well, that is in itself a sense of appreciation, a sense of actually being heard and really kind of being seen. However, for this particular exercise, what you're going to be talking about is what it is that you value in the person that is your partner. So for 3 minutes, you talk about the person in front of you, and this can be a complete stranger, because you can appreciate the way they hold themselves, small little things that you noticed about them in the last half an hour, something about the way their facial lines are set, something of how they have been interacting with you, and so on. There's an enormous amount of information that we can get just by observing the person that is sitting opposite us. And so for 3 minutes, you speak about the person and you tell them about what it is that you most appreciate about them. You can also look at them if you don't know them and appreciate what you think would be valuable in them in terms of their ability to be able to be a support as a soul doula. Yeah, so try that exercise, and then reflect on what it did for you. Okay.